Hey y'all, and welcome back. Sorry I wasn't here last week, but I was dealing with sinus junk. And so, yes, even if you are doing preventative stuff, there are times where you will still deal with junk. Just saying. But I'm back to feeling normal, and I am glad to be back. Happy Tuesday, my friends. So, this morning we're actually going to take a little deviation from our usual supplement series that we've been going through. And this morning, I need to tell you guys a story. So, week before last, I noticed in the middle of the night that my husband wasn't in bed. So I went looking for him, and sure enough, he was up because our son had woken up. And he was telling me that our boy had gotten it and he was coughing. And unfortunately, we do deal with sinus junk with him also that can turn into really nasty, hacky coughs. And sure enough, he had woken up with a hacky cough and Daddy had gotten him. So waited a few minutes after, doing what he did and then sending him back to bed. And we were just waiting to see if he got back up. He didn't. We went to bed. Fast forward to 2:30 in the morning. Our door opens up. We hear, Daddy. And I was like, when the adrenaline hits and you are like instantly awake? That was us. I have never heard my son wheezing like that. Ever. It was very, very scary. So we instantly get up. My husband picks him up and holds him, and I immediately start running for oils. So I'm grabbing the oils like Breathe Again and Raven. I'm grabbing all the allergy oils, or the oils we use to help with allergies. Lemon, lavender, peppermint. I'm grabbing copaiba, anything I can think of. I am grabbing them and slathering them on him as quickly as I can. So we start doing that. Next thing I think of is Ninja Red. Specifically Ninja Red with lemon, lavender, and peppermint in it. So I make a little shot glass and I put the oils in there and I said, here, buddy, it's not going to taste very good, but I need you to drink this down. It's going to help your breathing. Because I don't know if he was having an allergic reaction or what. It's 2:30 in the morning and Mama is in full-on what can possibly help my son breathe mode. So get him to drink that down. It wasn't his favorite, but he was a trooper, man. He got it down, gave him a spoonful of honey afterwards to help wash his mouth out, and that he really liked. And then next thing I know, my husband is going into, I think, the bathroom, and he has like an old inhaler that he used to use because he used to have a bunch of stuff, and he's pulling it out, and I'm like, whoa, what's the dosage on that thing? Because obviously he used it as an adult, and our son is still small. He's only 5. And so he's looking for dosage, and he's like, I think you just puff it into a paper bag and let him breathe that. I'm like, that gives me an idea. So instead of using that inhaler, what I did was I went and grabbed this one. So this is an essential oil inhaler. And what I did was it's got a little wick here in the bottom. So I pulled the wick out and I added like really strong. I did 4 drops of Raven straight. Raven has wintergreen in it, which can really help with inflammation. And of course, that's what I'm afraid his airways are because he's wheezing. He's and I'm like, so anyway, put the Raven on there and I say, here, buddy, I want you to breathe on this. So he would breathe and then we would try and get him to hold it before he exhaled. And finally, after all that, it seemed like his breathing was getting a little bit better, but it still wasn't normal. So my husband puts his head down on his my son's back, and he starts listening. He's like, I think it might be bronchitis. And I'm like, okay. So I grab my big reference book and I look up any oils that might help with bronchitis. And sure enough, there was a suggestion in there. I think it was myrrh and Palo Santo and clove. Anyway, I don't even remember. I'd have to look it back up. You tell how hard it is. Anyway, so what we did, I happened to have all 4 of those oils. I remember it distinctly. It was 4. So I grabbed all 4 of them. And we got a nice big bowl, and I got the water up as hot as it would go. And basically fill that bowl up with hot water, put those oils in there, and then we put a huge bath towel over his head in the bowl, basically forming a steam tent. And we just told him, it's like, okay, buddy, just breathe this in. And you know what? His breathing went back to normal. It went back to the normal to the point where at 3:30 in the morning, 1 hour after he had woken up wheezing like crazy, we felt comfortable putting him back to bed. Y'all, I was on my knees thanking God for these oils. I was on my knees thanking him that we did not have to rush to the emergency room because our son couldn't breathe. That was powerful. And I had to share that story with y'all guys because I have used these things. I know they work. I know God's medicine is awesome. But there's something when you're just in that mama panic freak out mode because your child needs something and it works. Not just, it works quickly. It works quickly. Now, I don't know that I was able to get back to sleep after that, but my boy did. And he was breathing deeply and well. He didn't have that awful wheeze anymore. So yeah. I just had to share that one with you guys. All right. If you have questions, if you want to know how to get this stuff in your hands for your toolbox, for your family, guys, drop me a comment, send me an email, whatever. I will get back to you. All right. Thank you for joining me today. I know that was kind of an emotional story, but thank you for joining me, and I'll see you guys later this week. All right. Bye.